Hi guys, Eric here with Graybeard Gardening PDX here in Portland, Oregon. Today we're going to go ahead and be bringing you around the garden for a few of the chores today. First off, one thing we're going to be doing today is I bought a pack of seeds for a butterfly garden from Portland Nursery. And we're going to be planting some of these. We're not going to be following the instructions. They really want a larger plot than I'm going to be giving them, but I'm just going to be spreading the love around the garden and seeing what happens. So we're first of all going to be getting some of those planted today, so that'll be fun. I also have some very special seeds, sunflower seeds from my friend Rick Rickman, an amazing gardener and an amazing person. And we're going to plant those today. One other thing I was going to bring up today is our sponsor, Squirrel Log. I'm joking, actually, no sponsor here, but I did want to share this product with you because this is something that I do to try to feed my squirrels and not fight them. These are corn logs that essentially set up on a little hook system that they give you with the first one that you buy, and it essentially has a hole through the middle that you basically hang these up. I'll show you mine in action out there, but honestly the squirrels love it, so go pick up some. I think that it helps me with keeping them off of some of my food and kind of minding their own business, and they absolutely love it. I see them nibbling on it all the time. I can hear them doing it whenever it happens to. It's kind of cute. But anyways, that's a fun little product that I use around the garden to kind of keep some of the pests at bay, and also just, I love squirrels. They're just so damn cute. So all right, so the rest of the chores here, what you're looking at to the right here, or maybe to your left, I don't know how all that works, but I've got the Chinese snake bean that was given to me by my friend Jason down in Medford. He's a friend of mine that I met in the industry. He's a wonderful gardener and a good friend, and basically he is experimenting with growing this Chinese snake bean and had offered to give me a couple starts from his garden. So these are from Jason down in Medford. Give him some love down in the comments there, but we are going to plant this today and try to do Jason some justice there with what he gave us. There are two plants in here that we might try to separate out and kind of tease them apart depending on how the root ball is looking, but both of these had a little bit of a hard time at first, and you can see that kind of got a little burnt on some of the lower early leaves. So maybe I transplanted a little bit hastily, but you can see also with the top leaves, the new growth, that everything is looking super lush and green, even on this smaller one right there. But overall, we're gonna get that one transplanted today into the garden and set up with a trellis system. That bean apparently is known as a yard-long bean, and so that is going to get about 3 feet long from my understanding. That's why it's called the snake bean, and it's going to be about this big, I guess. So it's going to look like a snake, and it needs lots of support is what Jason said. So I'm just going to follow instructions and try to give it the best situation it can to go ahead and flourish here. Okay, so we're getting ready to transplant this snake bean. Overall, I went ahead and got my tarp out last night, and I actually hurt my back doing all this, but I emptied out some old fabric pots like this one and refurbished the soil with some fresh compost, some steer manure, and blood meal, bone meal, and all-purpose fertilizers. So at this point, this soil is refurbished and looking good. First thing we're going to look at is how this root system is doing for the two plants, because I would like to separate them a little farther apart so that they're feeding off of different parts of the bag. But we'll see what we're looking at here. Plus I have them both kind of attached to these support systems here. So if we have to do one over the other, we're going to break this one off of this smaller plant and replant that, but we're going to see how this looks tipping this over. In fact, we're just going to lose that support right now. We're going to see how this thing is looking as we turn it over. Trying not to have my fingers on any leaf or part of the plant. I'm just going to tip that over and take a look. Ooh, wow. Well, we lost our stake, but you can see that root development. I think we can tease those apart pretty easily. And right now I just got to get this stake off of here without damaging the plant too much, which I did damage the plant a little bit, but that's okay. All right, let's see what we can do teasing this apart. It's already happening for us. And okay, you can see the big dog there. Okay, that's coming apart pretty good. So we've got the smaller one off to the side. And we've got this big dog here. And that's got a lot of roots attached down through here. All right, so we tease that all out. I don't ever like doing this down to the bare root. I prefer a little cleaner process, but at this point we're just gonna get it going. All right. I'm going to try to keep those leaves above the soil line. And again, this can look pretty ugly. And I've never dealt with these plants before, so I don't know how they deal with the shock of transplant. But hopefully it doesn't get too stressed out by all this. And it likes its nice, cool, big environment. And then we're going to take this support here and go ahead and hopefully give it a little help. All right, and now we have this small one. Thankfully we don't have to dig this one down as far. Just give that a nice little touch there. And get that right to there for now. All right, snake bean transplanted. We do need to water this in just a little bit because the rest of the soil had not been watered yet. So we do need to water that in just a bit. And we will get some better supports on here too to help it, but let's go ahead and get that to its rightful place here real quick. I'll show you when I get it set. First things first, I wanted to come out here and show you the squirrel log in action. That's the little hook, and if you can see, got it hooked into the fence there, and it's just got a small little washer underneath that holds it in place. But that comes with a certain kit, so if you guys want to get them, check it out. But you can see how they've nibbled on the top. Or I'm sorry, the snake bean, Chinese snake bean. Doing pretty well over here. You can see I set it up to climb there. Now it's looking a lot healthier after the transplant. Finally got over a little bit of that shock. And it's been a nice temperature today.